Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we're going to talk about Henry Ford's last year for the Model A, 1931, but it is a Victoria model. Give you all the details in but a moment. Well, greetings and salutations from Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, the northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we're going to talk about our latest acquisition, and is it a beauty? You know, Henry Ford made the Model A's from 1928 to 1931, and I think 31, by the time he got to that, they had made 3.5 million of them. They really got it right. You know, you're going to want to watch this entire video from start to finish because we're going to do a cold start, we're going to do a walk around, give you all the details of this really well done car. Now, you can also click on the link in the description and it'll take you right to our website in this automobile where you'll have all the pricing and other information as well. And you have access to our over 100 classic and collectible vehicles we currently have in stock right here at Ellingson Motorcars. Now our website is www.ellingsonmotorcars.com. Now we have cars from the 1920s, 1930s, all the way up into the 70s and 80s. So if you're looking for your first classic collectible or your 100th, odds are Ellingson Motorcars may have your dream vehicle sitting right on the sales floor. For me, Model A's are probably the epitome of the old car collectible vehicles simply because they're easy, they're basic, they have lots of parts availability if you need it, and there are great clubs. I think that's one of the things I always stress. If you own a given mark of a car, join the national club, join the local club, because I'll tell you what, there's always people there that, number one, have the same interests as you, and number two, you have Mr. Wrench out there who maybe if you have a technical question says, well, Charlie there, he can answer any question you have on a Model A. He's only had 100 of them. You know, that's the kind of thing that you want to do if you own a given car. But let's give you the details. As I said, 1931, the last of the Model A's, and this was the newer body style coming out late in 1930, the Victoria. The Victoria being a two-door, but yet it has a little bit of what you almost call the bustle back on the back, so it's not straight and whatnot, so it's a little more of a deluxe model, and I'll tell you what, you don't see very many of them. A lot of these have been turned into, well, let's just say the street rods, you know, and find an all-steel one that has not been molested, it is the way it probably came in 1931. That's what really appeals to me. And this one has really nice options. Of course, all Model A's were 3-speed manual transmissions, the 4-cylinder engine. Again, very reliable, simplistic, easy to work on, all the parts availability. But someone really has dolled this one up. I guess that's the word I'm going to use. They've added all those nice little extra features that really set this car apart from the average Model A. By those extra things, it's like the Quail radiator cap. It's got the auga horn, of course, which is very, you know, everyone knows that goes with the Model A's. They've got the dual side mounts. Dual side mounts are really nice looking. And, you know, with the chrome and the mirrors even on these, is another one of those nice options. And look at the way the tires, beautiful set of whitewall tires with the yellow painted rims and the chrome spokes and nuts. Just really sets this car off a little higher grade, if you will, compared to a blackwall car with no extra chrome. This one really stands out. Look at it, also has the stone guard for in the front, which was very good in the days when you drove down gravel roads. Not so much today you're going to with this one, but it would prevent your radiator from getting a rock thrown through it. Take a look at the inside, look at the air conditioning on the car. Air conditioning, what do you mean? Yeah, the front windshield opens. That's your air conditioning in 1931. I always thought that was really neat. Lots of air comes through. It's really kind of nice. Now, as I said, the little bustle back, there was a reason behind that too. This one does have the accessory luggage rack on the back as well if you have a trunk or suitcases. But behind the back seat, there's actually a storage compartment, kind of your first trunk area, if you will. So you could haul some stuff in the back, behind the seat, whatever, and still be inside protected from the weather and whatnot. One of those extra pluses to the Victoria body style. You know, then you look at the interior on this car. Beautiful interior all the way around, but I should probably tell you first, the paint on this car is really neat. It is Kewanee green. Where they came up with Kewanee green, I don't know. Kewanee green with the black fenders and the straw pinstriping all the way around the body line and whatever, really is a beautiful color for 1931. Interior wise, yes, it's a mohair interior, kind of a brown type interior. Beautiful wood grain like trim all the way around. This is very original. You got original instrumentation, original shifter, all that stuff. Floor mounted 3-speed, as I said. No other options were available in 1931. Beautiful step plates, again, another one of those options that someone has really done. This also has kind of a unique thing to it. It has what they call the leatherback top, which is really kind of neat. Rather than painted, most of them are painted, but this is kind of an artificial leather, kind of a rubberized top that really kind of, you know, just like what we have vinyl tops came out and they were so popular. Here you got this 1931. Very, very neat to have. The gas, of course, is filled in the front right here. That's where your gas tank is. That's where it is, and you know, kind of an unusual spot, but easy enough to get to if you know what I mean. Room, plenty of room in this car for at least, you know, 4 people, 4 adults, maybe 5 if you really squeeze that third one in the middle back seats, whatnot. Nice headliner, look at it, even has the little curtains. They got privacy curtains on the side windows in the back. Again, just one of those little ideas that Henry Ford came up with and, you know, back in the day. One other really neat feature about the Victoria that you will probably notice on most Model A's will have a visor on the front here. Well, the Victoria did not, and it also has one other feature that many of these cars were, you know, they were thinking of doing stuff on the inside rather than the outside. Just, you know, one of those things that they were thinking about in 1931. Once the 32 came out, you know, Model A's were, you know, a thing of the bygone era, but boy, I'll tell you what, they're just really, really a simple car, easy for you if it's your first old car, great option for you. Now you can find all of our stuff on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and now even TikTok. You know, give us a like, leave us a comment or subscribe. We appreciate it very much. You'll have access to this car, our current inventory, and as an added bonus, you can also check those websites out because they have some of the cars we've sold over the last several years as well. So you can always find interesting stuff to look at on the internet in regards to old and classic and collectible cars. Yes, it's one of those things. This is a really nice car, and it's all Henry Ford steel. This is not a fiberglass replica or any of that sort of stuff. It is the real McCoy, and that was another thing, like I said, I like the fact that it's not been molested from the way it originally came. Now, if you're like me, you're saying, you know, I love your video, it's really great, I can see everything about the car, but I want to come down and look at it in person. You be our guest. We are absolutely happy to have you come down anytime. We are open Monday through Friday from 10 to 5 and Saturdays 10 to 4 as well. So if you want to come and look at it in person, hey, we're happy to have you come down to Ellingson's. You'll enjoy looking at this car and, like I said, close to right now over 100 additional collectible vehicles. Now, if you say, you know, I live way out of town. I mean, how do I get this car to my estate or where I'm at? We can help you with shipping. We are able to find shippers that will send cars all over the United States and, for that matter, all over the world. We can do that as well. What if I need financing? My local bank, they don't know what a Model A is. You know, we have several sources we can lead you to as well that will help you find some financing because they're familiar with us and familiar with the collector car world. So, with that being said, 1931, last year for the Model A, I think they had all the features right. They got the cowl lamps, and like I said, it was really the last of the Model A's, and they really did a great job. If you're looking for your first old car, whatever, that would really look nice in anybody's garage, we've got it sitting right here on the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars. So thank you again for watching our video, and we'll see you next time at ellingsonmotorcars.com.
you.